How's it going, guys? Cody guys back again, dropping yet another video. Right guys, more prison news. This time it's at my old haunt, Strangeways. I'll put a link in the description below like I always do, you know that. Headline reads, female prison officer at Strangeways had bucket of urine and faeces thrown at her by an inmate. So, a female prison officer working at Strangeways said she'd left violated after an inmate threw a bucket of human waste at her. Brian Bowker, 24, a serving prisoner at HMP Manchester, has now been jailed for 14 months for the disgusting episode. The officer had to go to hospital to be checked over but has not suffered any long-lasting medical effects. Manchester Crown Court heard that the officer was working in a sterile area of the prison's B wing, an area which is gated on both sides and off limits to inmates. Now what they're talking about there is, in Strangeways, you've got the outer and you've got the inner. Now, the wings come off rotundas, right? Just check out rotundas on Google Images or something of Strangeways. It's like a big hexagonal thing, and all the wings come off it, and then you've got like a central area. So if he's going chapel or he's going on visits or something, you'd all the wings, lads get pulled off the like different wings. They all meet in like the basement there, and then you all go up to visits or chapel or wherever you're going, right? And then you've got like, there's like an office with like, you've got a gate and then another gate separating the inners and the outers, right? General population, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're on G wing at Strangeways, which is now the nonces. So yeah, she was apparently in this sterile area. At about 10:30 a.m. on April the 22nd, she was speaking to another prisoner when she became aware of some liquid had hit her in the face. The court heard that whatever hit her smelt very strongly. Well, it's shit and piss when it's gone in it. Charlotte Krangle, prosecuting, added that the officer turned and saw Bowker standing very close to the other side of the bars. Other officers had seen Bowker throwing a bucket towards a sterile area, and it soon became clear it contaminated urine and faeces. Her jacket was soaking wet through, and she felt liquid on her hair, ear, face and eyes. Oh, you've been fucking potted. For those that don't know, potting is when you swill someone with urine or shit or piss and shit. She quickly used sanitizer and cleaned herself up, but had to go to hospital to be assessed. In a victim statement read to the court, the officer said she knew Bowker and had previously had no problems with him. Miss Krangle said she was upset about the fact he had no reason to do it, because she's always thought she was kind and polite towards him. Well, obviously not. Or another prisoner has actually offered him money or spice or tobacco burn to do it. Do you know what I mean? If another prisoner's got an issue with this officer, rather than getting a nicking himself, he says to a kid, "You owe me money for drugs, or I will give you a ball of spice or some tobacco burn to go and pot her." And that's how it goes, guys. You know what I mean? She felt violated and would have much rather been subject to a physical assault, because that would have been perhaps resolved a lot quicker. In other words, what she's saying is, if he hit her, then all the screws would jump on him and give him a kick in. That's what she's talking about. The officer said she felt disgusted, upset and violated, and had never had any problems while working in a male Category A prison before. The court heard that Bowker, originally from Birmingham, has previous convictions for low-level violence and was in Strangeways at the time for an attempted robbery. Defending Tim Story said Bowker was coy when asked about why he committed the offence. He said he was told he was going to do it, the barrister said. So in other words, someone's obviously asked him to do it or told him he's got to do it. But by no means an expression of personal animosity towards her. Sentencing Judge Suzanne Goddard QC said, "This is not the sort of behaviour that a prison officer should suffer. It seems that you were put up by others to engage in what is commonly known as a potting. There is no history of ill feeling between the two of you, which supports your case that it was others putting you up to this." Obviously, he wouldn't mention names because he'd be kicked to fuck on the wing. He'd be dragged down his seg and spend some time down there. One can imagine what a disgusting episode this was for her, which was obviously the intention of you and others. Bowker pleaded guilty to one count of administering a noxious substance with intent to injure. Now, like I say, guys, the fact that a potting goes down like that, do you know what I mean? If I wouldn't like it, do you know what I mean? If I was an officer, but like I say, she's obviously officers can get like targeted for no reason at all, but for the most part, like they're targeted because they've done something wrong to another prisoner, and then the prisoner Bowker that's gone on to do this has obviously owed a debt to somebody, or someone's just said, look, I will give you I don't know, 10, 15, 20 pound ball of spice, go and pot her, do you know what I mean? And it goes down that way, and like I say, money talks, do you know what I mean? Or tobacco or burn or drugs, whatever, you know what I mean? It talks, man. It goes down that way. Let me know what you think about the story, guys. Like I say, I don't condone these sorts of attacks. I've got to be careful what I say. But like I say, you don't get targeted for no reason ordinarily. Do you know what I mean? Let me know what you think about the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.